So up there, welcome back to Life with Franco. As always, hopefully you're feeling good, smelling good, and you're excited for today's video. Because in today's video, we're going to be comparing and contrasting what I believe to be the two best and the two most masculine, everyday, fresh, and clean scents. So these are going to be fragrances that you would wear in your downtimes, in your personal time, when you're just, let's say you're going out to run errands, you're going to go get a haircut, you're going to go grab a bite to eat, you're going to go get your groceries, you're going to go visit some buddies. These would be great scents for that. So I am not talking about fragrances that would be good for dating, something like Sauvage, Y, or Bleu de Chanel. Those fragrances to me are more than just a fresh and clean scent, so those to me are in a different category. Now, fragrances within this category would be Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Intense, you have Prada Ocean, you have the original Versace Dylan, you have Nautica Voyager, and so of those fragrances, I believe that these two are the two best fragrances that you can go for. And so in this video, I just want to compare and contrast what are the differences and which one I think would be right for you. Now, before we get into the video, I do just want to take the time to say thank you very much to everybody who watched my last video, the best spring fragrances 2022. Within 2 days of posting that video, it became my most viewed video on the entire channel. So I was beyond mind blown by how fast that video was growing. And so I just want to take the time to say thank you very much. And to those of you who are new to the channel, I am going to link it in the cards because you are still in time to find out what I think are the best spring fragrances before spring actually comes, alright? So it'll be linked in the cards. Now with that being said, let's get into the comparison. So on the left corner, we have weighing in at 6.7 ounces, we have Armani's Acqua di Gio Profondo. And on the right corner, weighing in at 6.7 ounces, we have Versace Dylan Blue. So first we're going to get into the scent profile, what I get out of it, and then I'm going to help you decide which one would be the right one for you, right? So when it comes to Acqua di Gio Profondo, when it comes to the notes, what you're looking at in the opening, you're going to get C notes, aquazone, bergamot, and green mandarin. In the mid, you're going to get rosemary, cypress, lavender, and mastic. And in the base, you're going to get mineral notes, musk, patchouli, and amber. So what does all of that add up to? So for me, you're going to get a combination of two things. First, you are going to get this deep, aquatic, marine, oceanic scent. So as if you were to take a deep dive into the ocean, to the deepest levels of the ocean, you're going to get that deep, dark kind of smell to it. It's not like you're just scuba diving surface level. No, it's going to be on the deep side. Now, you're also going to get this very juicy, very tangy, synthetic, but still very high quality green mandarin smell. And so I say this because that green mandarin, to me, it reminds me of the synthetic smell that you get to those, you know, like the orange juice that comes in the 1 gallon bottles. That's kind of the same synthetic smell you're going to get. Now, it is a synthetic fragrance, but it's still very, very high quality. So just keep that in mind. All right. Now, how does it come across as masculine? First, because of all the fresh fragrances out there, including Dylan Blue, Acqua di Gio Profondo is definitely the loudest in its projection. Like this one, people will notice this one on you. Okay, and so it is the most noticeable, making it also the most likely for you to get compliments. And so when you think of a fragrance that is that loud, it just suits a masculine man. Okay. Now, secondly, what I want to say is that when it comes to these citrus-based fragrances, a lot of them tend to be very jittery, like very overly generic and overly energetic. And so I say this because last year I was wearing Versace Dylan to the gym. That was my gym scent all last year, and it was just very jittery, just a little too much. And so whenever I smell a jittery citrus fragrance, to me it just leans more youthful. And when I think of Acqua di Gio Profondo, this one is very calm, grounded, and centered. And so imagine if you were to do a 2-hour yoga session. By the end of it, you're going to be in your body, you're going to be calm, you're going to be relaxed, you're going to be speaking very slowly, calm, controlled, relaxed. Hey, how are you? And so that is how Acqua di Gio comes across. Just very like pure and relaxed. Okay, and so that to me, it has the personality of a guy who's 25 and older, because that's how as men we get older, we become more relaxed and centered, okay? So yeah, now moving on to Dylan Blue. As far as notes, we're going to get in the opening is you're going to get Calabrian bergamot, water notes, grapefruit, and fig leaf. In the mid, you're going to get ambroxan, black pepper, patchouli, violet leaf, and papyrus. And in the base, you're going to get incense, musk, tonka bean, and saffron. All right. So whereas Acqua di Gio Profondo is more of a fragrance where, like, if you spray it on, people know that you sprayed on a fragrance. Whereas Dylan Blue, this one comes across more like a shower gel, a very intense shower gel that's going to last you 5 hours after you took a shower. Okay. Now it's going to be a very deep and dark masculine shower gel because of all those dark notes such as the incense, the saffron, the black pepper, the patchouli, the violet leaf. Very, very dark masculine notes. Now what's kind of interesting about Dylan Blue is that at the same time it also has this candy fruity sweetness that may be coming from the fig leaf, from the bergamot, from the grapefruit. But there is this candy fruity sweetness that, to me in the opening, it comes across as a fruit roll up. That's just the way that I interpret it. And so that candy fruity sweetness, although this fragrance is dark and masculine, it makes it lean more on the youthful side because of that candy fruity sweetness. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, as far as longevity, when it comes to Acqua di Gio Profondo, I get 4 to 4.5 hours on my skin, and when it comes to Dylan Blue, I get 5 hours on my skin. So Dylan Blue lasts just a little bit longer. Now, a lot of people may not be happy with that, but when it comes to fresh and clean scents, just keep in mind that these are not designed to be long-lasting. Even if you were to buy the most expensive fresh and clean scent, chances are it's not going to last any more than 6 or 7 hours. Okay, and so. But like I said, you would just be wearing this when you're going to go out and getting a haircut and go run some errands. You should be out and back in less than 4 hours. So for me, I have 0 complaints when it comes to these two scents. All right, now, which one would be the right one for you to go for? So for me, it comes down to 3 factors: age, price, and location. So when it comes to age, like I said, Acqua di Gio Profondo just smells like a fragrance for men who are 25 and older because of its loud projection and because how calm, grounded, and centered it is. It just has a personality of a man who's 25 or older. Just keep in mind the Acqua di Gio Profondo, although it is deep, it's still upbeat, happy, outgoing, charismatic. So just keep that in mind. When I say it's deep, it's not like super, super old manish. No, it's still youthful, but just 25, 30, 35, 40, okay? Now, Dylan Blue, because of its candy fruity sweetness, it is going to lean more on the youthful side. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, I recommend Dylan Blue. Now, when it comes to price, I do not recommend you pay retail for either of these because when it comes to the fresh and clean scents, they are readily available all over the internet. These are the most popular scents, and so they're going to be easy to find on, let's say, a trusted discounter such as Joma Shop. That is one that I recommend. That's where I get most of my fragrances from. And so last time I checked, for a 6.7 ounce bottle, which is what I recommend, that way you can wear this fragrance every single day for an entire year. For a 6.7 ounce bottle of Acqua di Gio Profondo, you are looking at $123. And for a 6.7 ounce bottle of Dylan Blue, you are looking at $65. So yes, Acqua di Gio Profondo is twice as expensive, but at the same time, it is much higher in quality, smells much more premium. And so if you are a guy who's 25 years or older, chances are you're in more of a position to where you can afford a more premium scent. And so I do think for that reason, as well as the fact that it is loud, it is more calm and grounded, I do think the Acqua di Gio Profondo just suits a man who's 25 years or older. Whereas Dylan Blue, it goes for $65. So for those of you who are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, chances are you are not in a position to where you can invest a lot of money into a premium scent. And so between that and the candy fruity sweetness of Dylan Blue, it just seems like it was designed for a younger man. Okay, now when it comes to location, this is where it's a little contradictory because let's say you are a guy who's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. If you are living in a warmer climate, kind of a place, somewhere such as California, Florida, somewhere in Latin America, Hawaii, the Philippines, somewhere where it gets very hot, then it will still make more sense for you to wear something like Acqua di Gio Profondo, which is more of a spring summer scent. Yes, it will smell more like a more grown man's kind of scent, but at the same time, it's gonna suit the environment much better than something that's deeper and darker, such as Dylan Blue. Like wearing Dylan Blue in a hot place just wouldn't make sense. Now, for those of you who are 30, 35, 40, but you are living in a place that is colder, such as New York, Northern Canada, places in Europe, then it would also make more sense for you to wear something deeper, darker, and a little colder, such as Dylan Blue. Even though it's more youthful, it will just match the environment better, all right? So hopefully with those factors, it helps you to make a more informed buying decision when shopping for either of these two. So hopefully you found this video to be helpful. Like I said, for those of you who haven't seen my last video, the best spring fragrances for 2022, you're still in time to get the right fragrance before spring comes. So I'm gonna leave the video linked in the cards. As always, please subscribe, share, like, and comment. All of that helps out with the algorithm. It'll push this video so that more men can see it, getting their hands on this kind of information. So yeah. Now, as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and you have yourself an awesome day. Thank you very much for watching the video. Deuces.